If you're working on the latest expedition in Arc Raiders, then you might be groaning a little bit at the fact that you need 10 Shredder Gyros to progress beyond Step 3 of the expedition. Don't worry though, farming these isn't actually as bad as it sounds. We've got a couple of tips for best practices on how to farm Shredder Gyros in Arc Raiders. Alright, first things first, you need to know where Shredders are located on Stella Montis. There's a couple of places I suggest going to first, but we'll go over the 4 areas that primarily you'll find Shredders. The first is medical research. There's usually about 2 here, but 1, it's a high traffic area, and if you're in a PvP focused lobby, you might have trouble farming Shredder Gyros here, or you could get double teamed by Shredders, which would be equally as bad for you. Next is lobby. There's usually 1, but sometimes there can be 2 floating around this area. I'd be a bit wary though, since it's primarily pretty open with not a lot of cover and can be a high traffic PvP area as well. Sometimes there's one that spawns here in Robotic Sandbox, but not this raid, but yeah, can happen. Yeah, never mind, I found it in the upstairs. Oh my god. Oh my god. The 2 areas we'd suggest for farming Shredder Gyros is going to be in Cultural Archives. There's a lot of ticks here, but there's also a lot of cover, which is great for running away whenever the Shredder is aggroed. And finally, there's the Shredder that roams the hallways in between Assembly and Medical. The reason why we suggest this one is that it's near a bunch of spawns in Stella Montis, and there isn't always a ton of foot traffic in between these hallways, so you might be able to get a quick cheeky kill in, farm 1 gyro, at least if you're in this area. Okay, next, let's talk strategies. If you're someone who wants to farm these with as little effort as possible, while also taking in as few resources into a raid as possible, you're able to do this completely naked. By which I mean, you don't even need a gun to effectively take out a Shredder, it just takes kind of a while to do. We're talking hitting that thing for 1 to 2 minutes straight with your Raider tool. Since there's really no risk by going in with nothing, that means you can straight up get in the Shredder's face. This is good. This is actually what you want. By manipulating any kind of corner cover, you can force the Shredder to go into its attack, which means it'll stop moving for a couple of seconds while it shoots out its shrapnel. Once it's done, you can come out of cover and hit that thing with your Raider tool 2 or 3 times before its next attack. And then when it winds up its shrapnel attack yet again, just fall back into cover around the corner. Again, you'll need to rinse and repeat this strategy for about 2 minutes straight, but pretty quickly you'll notice it'll start to catch fire. Yay! Our next strategy, I think, is probably my favorite since it's low effort and low cost. Now, I've seen some tips that you can go in with a fireworks box and cover up their line of sight. You can stun them with a jolt mine. You can throw a showstopper grenade. You can throw a heavy fuse grenade. But these resources aren't super cheap. And if you're trying to farm them, then you're going to need a lot of these items. Don't even do that. Don't even waste your time. In my opinion, it is much easier to throw 1 snap blast grenade straight at the Shredder. This should cause it to catch fire. Then, the next time it opens up for an attack, it'll reveal its weak points. Aim for the turbines on the underside of the Shredder and you should get it down in no time, even with a light ammo gun. And if you're not wanting to burn through a bunch of snap blast grenades, I whiffed so hard. Then you can focus this strat with shooting its underside turbines with just about any gun you prefer. Best practice in this case is to rinse and repeat the same strategy of the Raider tool by going in and out of cover and forcing the Shredder to aggro and use its attack as it'll reveal its turbines. Finally, the quickest way to take them out is by using a hole cracker. I mean, if you've got the ammo to spare and are wanting to get this done as quick as possible, then yeah, by all means, go in with a hole cracker, 2 or 3 shots will take it out pretty freaking fast. The only downside is that launcher ammo is expensive, and losing a hole cracker if you don't make it out would absolutely suck. So this is the least cost-effective way, and maybe not the way we'd suggest. But we know people are out there trying to farm this as fast as possible. Quick tip though, one thing I would not suggest doing is going in with a wolf pack grenade. Stellamontis, kind of a small map, and if you throw a wolf pack, those grenades tend to fly out first and then hone in on Ark. No way. Will not happen on this map. It'll most likely hit the wall and negate the wolf pack entirely. So don't go in with a wolf pack. Learn from my mistakes. And there you have it. Before long, you should be making it out with the 10 shredder gyros that you need. Good luck farming those. Good luck topside raider. And we'll see you, big dog, in the next one.